Hi, welcome to the tutorial How Zero Flux Current Transducer works. I'm Loic. Historically, measuring the current generates a lot of creativity, and we find today a large diversity of techniques. However, when the application is requesting a very high accuracy, like power analyzer in test and measurements, or medical equipment like MRI, or also power supply for particle accelerators, zero flux technology, also called FluxGate, is the best solution. But how this technology works? Let's have a look on the principle now.
First of all, let's have a quick look on the mostly used current sensing technologies. There are two main families. The first one is based on Ohm's law and also well known under the name shunt. The second family is based on the magnetic field measurement generated by the circulation of the current. This technology can measure AC only, like current transformer, or AC and DC. As you can see on the diagram, zero flux technology is part of this second family. Now, to explain the principle of the zero flux technology, let's go back to some basics. Let's take a pickup coil built with a magnetic bar surrounded by a pickup coil as shown on the screen here. On the right side, you can see the equivalent electric circuit with a resistor and an inductance. When a voltage is applied, the current is in the circuit look like in the red curve. The current is growing progressively, following the slope according to the value of the inductance, up to the point where the inductance is saturating. At this time, the equivalent electric circuit is just a resistor. In the case of the zero flux current transducer, the magnetic material used for the bar has specific magnetic properties shown in the blue curve. Indeed, at the beginning, the current is growing slowly due to a high impedance value. Then, suddenly, the inductance is saturating, and like a switch, the current increases very rapidly to achieve the endpoint like previously. If now we apply a square voltage signal, the profile of the current looks like the graph below. It is a succession of positive and negative saturation and desaturation cycles. If we place a conductor close to the flux gate element, the circulation of the current will create an additional magnetic field, which will influence the signal by shifting the zero position, as shown on the diagram here. Finally, by using a signal processing calculation called second harmonic, it is possible to recreate the primary current signal like shown with the purple curve. That's basically how the zero flux principle works. Most of the time, to make the technology even better, the transducer manufacturers are associating the closed loop principle shown here on this diagram. The flux gate element is placed in the air gap, and when it's measured the magnetic field, the current output is re-injected through a secondary windings, which then generate a magnetic field on the opposite way. By doing so, the magnetic field seen by the flux gate is always zero, eliminating offset and linearity issues. During the introduction of that video, I spoke about the huge creativity for current measurement principle. It is the same for the zero flux technology, and indeed it exists on the market four main topologies. The first one is based on a magnetic core with an air gap plus a secondary windings. It looks like a closed loop Hall effect current transducer where the Hall element in the air gap has been replaced by the flux gate. The main benefit is a good offset drift. The second topology is a single core which plays itself the role of the Fluxgate element. As there is no air gap, one of the key benefits is the EMC robustness and also the high resolution. But as the saturation of the core arrives pretty fast, the bandwidth is limited to few hertz. The third topology solves this issue by adding a winding core, which is measuring only the AC signal like a current transformer. In that case, you get all the benefits. However, sometimes the performance is still not enough, and there is a last topology called balance core. Here, there are two Fluxgate elements placed in opposite way like in a Wheatstone bridge. Therefore, whatever the external environment condition like EMC or temperature variation, there is a natural passive compensation between the two sensing elements. Thanks to this, it is possible to achieve up to 1 ppm measuring accuracy in a harsh environment.
So, I hope this tutorial was useful for you. Of course, you can contact us or visit our website. Thank you again for watching us, and talk to you soon.